This is episode 561. And today we're going to be asking ourselves 6 questions about pursuing your dreams. And I know we've talked a lot about goals and dreams over the past couple of months, but it's getting towards the end of the year, and this is a great time to sit back and evaluate where you've been with your dreams and where you are going with your dreams. And what are your dreams? That's a big question. A lot of people don't know what they want. They won't take the time to sit and think about what their dreams, what their goals are. They go through life, they wake up, they go to work, they come back, they have dinner, watch TV, go to sleep, do the same thing over and over and over again, thinking that by some miraculous event, their life is going to change for the better, for different. But most people forget that they're responsible for their life. They create the life they have right now. And a lot of people, this is the peak. This is the best life is going to get unless you start thinking about what your dreams are. You know, so if you have a dream or even kind of an inkling of it, wouldn't it be great to give it a jump start now, right? It's you you there's no sense in waiting to start going after your dreams and goals. New Year's resolutions don't work. People kind of slack off on November and December and stop doing things about their dreams. But this is a great time to give your dreams a really good boost. Write down your dreams and use the questions that I'm going to ask you to speed up the delivery of it. And and a dream doesn't have to be specific like a goal. A dream could be, oh, I'd like to live in a 3,000 square foot home, be able to take a vacation, put money away for my kids' college, whatever. It can start off with very non-specifics, but then as you chunk down into them, you want to get the specifics. But what we're going to do here is go over some questions. So I'm going to presume you have a dream. I'm going to presume you know kind of what you'd like your life to look like at the end of next year. And these questions are going to be based on you knowing what your dream is. If you don't know what your dream is, contact me, hire a coach, hire somebody to help you with your dream, because going through life without a dream is unfulfilling, it's uninspiring, and it's just going through the motions. So if you don't have a dream, get with somebody, get with me, kind of revitalize those dreams, and then you can start asking these questions. So, one question, the first one is, what's your highest priority in this lifetime? Notice I said this lifetime because depending on what you believe, you may believe that we are keep coming back in different forms to get it right until we ascend to the energy, because the energy cannot be destroyed or created, it just is. And anyway, that's a different podcast. So, what's most important for you to experience, explore, or embrace at this time? Until you answer this question, your life goals will be off purpose, unaligned with your inner passion. Your intentions will lack the power to attract the people, situations necessary to become a reality. So, your and highest priority should not be to pay the bills. Highest priority should not be to get a job, although that if you don't have one, that may seem like a highest priority. But what I'm talking about here is your inner passions, like Joseph Campbell talks about, is follow your bliss. What is your bliss? What are the things that you just lose yourself in when you're doing? So, that is, you can look at your bliss, your passion, or you can look at your purpose, right? They're different, but they're not mutually exclusive. So, your purpose is kind of why you're put here on this planet. Your passion is the things that you enjoy doing. You can enjoy a lot of things like I do, but I do have one purpose, and I'm able to combine a couple of my passions. But what's your highest priority? Do you want to help people? Do you want to help the environment? Do you want to help animals? Do you want to help your family? What is that highest priority in this lifetime? That's a long range goal, but we still want to identify that. You know, is this your dream or someone else's? Right? So when you start looking at your highest purpose or even a dream independent of that, are your goals your own choice? or what others think you should strive for? Others meaning your family, society. Do you look back in your old age? Would you look back in your old age and wish that you followed your passion? You know, will you regret playing it safe? Right. So when we have dreams and goals, we often create them based on, well, I'm this old and I'm a male or female and I should have kids, I should be married, I should be making this much, and all the shoulds are a reflection of somebody else's ideas of what you think you should be doing. Throw those all away and listen to the voice. Listen to your small. This is why meditation and being quiet helps, because our ego talks very loudly, but our soul whispers to us. So we need to be able to sit still in silence and let our soul whisper to us what we want, what is our desire, what are we driving for. Because again, it will just take something as basic as losing weight. Let's just say that you're severely overweight and the doctor says you better lose weight. So you set a goal. That's really not your goal, although you may agree that you should until you understand why and make it yours. It's actually the doctor's goal, not yours. So you want to make sure that whatever you're going after is coming from you, coming from your heart, coming from your soul, and you're not living for someone else's expectations. Are you settling for less than? Are you resigned to accepting less than your full share of love, health, success in this lifetime, happiness? Have you compromised and sacrificed your dreams? Often we go after something, we don't get it, we get discouraged, and then we go, well, at least I have a house to live in, at least I have food on the table. And I'm not saying those are bad things. We need to be grateful for those things all the time. But we get what we tolerate. And if you up your level of toleration, or if you up your level of settling for, if you create higher standards for yourself, that will pull you to another level. But if we just sit back and go, well, it's good enough, it's fine, which if you're happy with that, that's great. Everybody has their own path to live, everybody has their own life to live. I'm presuming that you're listening to this podcast because you want more out of life, you want more out of what you can do. So you have to look at, not are you settling for less, but where are you settling for less? Are you settling for less in your romance? Are you in a relationship that is basically loveless? There's no spark, and well, at least I'm not single. Well, that's a bad choice. And if you have a job that's maybe not the best and it's hourly wage, well, at least I have a job. That's not the best. You're settling for it, and those things aren't bad, but we are settling. And when we start to settle for things, we come to the end of our life and going, wow, I wish I would have been courageous and stepped out of that relationship. I wish I would have been courageous and started my own job. I wish I would have been courageous and traveled more. So are you settling for less, or actually, where are you settling for less? What will you feel like when you reach your dream? So now let's put this in a positive light. Sit back and think about that dream. I often work with clients in creating what I call their ideal day. And I ask them to write it out very descriptively, with a lot of emotions, with a lot of color, with a lot of flavor, and then have them read it. And the words should be so descriptive that you can create an image and feel what it's like, and see what it's like, and smell what it's like. So, personal passion fuels your vision. So dive into the thrill and the exhilaration of achieving your dream. A Hawaiian kahuna once said, where your creative attention flows, so flows your life. So when you start thinking about your vision, your dream, think about accomplishing it. How are you going to feel? How are you going to stand? How are you going to talk? Who's going to be in your life? What are you going to have? Everything about it. What are you going to be smelling, right? Are you going to be having home cooked dinners? You're going to be out at restaurants, or you're going to be out in the forest. You're going to be on the beach so you can smell the ocean air. Go. You're going to feel the sand between your toes when you achieve your dream. What are you going to hear, see, feel, taste, smell when you achieve your dream. Make it so complete you won't be able to tell the difference, and this is the key, of achieving your dream when you wake up, that it was just a visualization. So you really want to get deep into what that vision feels like and looks like. What steps can you take today towards your dream? Right? Don't defer it. Procrastination has never helped anybody succeed. Set up support systems around you to instantly translate your intention into action, aka a coach. Right? A coach, me, some other coach, will hold you accountable for creating a plan and starting to take action. Jump on every opportunity that is aligned with your purpose and vision. And the key there is that is aligned with it, because we are bombarded with a lot of distractions, with a lot of things. Once we have a clear definition of our vision or our dream, we then ask ourselves, will pursuing this get me closer to my dream or pulling me farther away? It's one or the other. And when we do the things that get us closer to our dream, we'll achieve our dream. But so often we get sucked into doing ancillary things, thinking, oh, I'll come back to my dream later. But imagine if you're trying to climb a mountain and you start going and you get halfway up, and then you start being distracted and you climb sideways and you may even climb down, and it's all taking you away from the top of it. So we have to make sure that what we want to do is getting us closer. But what one thing today can you do to take action to get you closer to your dream? Just one thing. That's all it takes. So number 6, what are you telling yourself, I can't have my dream? Now this might not be a conscious conversation, but somewhere along the lines, most people don't believe they can live their dream. Either their belief system has them believing that they can't make a living doing what they love, or they feel they don't deserve the life of their dreams. To avoid the pain of feeling that they can't have the dream. People often keep their dreams so buried they can't remember that they ever even had a dream. When we're young, we have big, monstrous dreams. And as we get older and get into society, either parents or teachers, oh, that's fine. You can't have that. Why don't you be more realistic? Why don't you be right? And we start putting wet blankets on this fire that we have inside. And sooner or later, they all just kind of crumble and die out. And when we start thinking about it, like, consider the thoughts you're having listening to this podcast. Are you saying, oh, that's great, Greg, but you don't know where I came from? That's great, but I can't pursue my. Yeah, that's great because all those yeah buts. Are you telling yourself that you can't or you don't deserve your dream? This is why it's important to work with a coach to unshake those limiting beliefs. Those limiting beliefs are like chains holding you back from achieving your dreams. We may not be saying it consciously, but unconsciously you can tell. If you start talking about it, or if you avoid talking about your dreams, it's probably because you feel you can't have them. If you talk about them and then do no action, it's because you feel you can't have it or achieve it. Because again, the conscious mind is the goal setter, the unconscious is the goal getter. So your results are speaking volumes. If you're saying you want your dream and you're not doing anything about it, or you take half-hearted efforts, somewhere along the line there's some limiting beliefs that you're holding on to that's saying, I can't have my dream, I don't deserve my dream, I'm not good enough for my dream. And when you can resolve those limiting beliefs, the whole world will open up for you. So keep in mind that everyone has dreams. Even if you don't think them, you have them. In the dark recesses of your mind, there's something buried away. There is some dream vacation that you've wanted to take. There's some dream relationship that you've wanted to be in. There's some dream new appliances that you want. We all have dreams, just depending on the magnitude of it. And everyone is destined to fulfill that purpose. And if you can get it sooner than later, you will be living a more satisfying, happy, and fulfilling life. So why wait? Just start taking action now. Don't wait for the new year. Start doing it now. Contact a coach, contact me. Start to solidify your dreams. Start to remove your limiting beliefs and just go after it full force. If you want to see the show notes for this, you can go over to warriormindcoach.com, see the show notes and print them out for your own homework assignments. And while you're on the internet, please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest under Warrior Mind Coach.